examining some of that and trying to answer those questions for myself, writing that record, I thought, if I went to make that record again, 10 years later, now, answering those same kinds of questions in that same spirit, well, then what would those songs be about, and what would those critiques be? And at first that was just like an interesting thing. I was reminiscing. It was interesting to think about. But then, before you know it, songs started to come, and that's one part of this whole deal I just cannot control. When the songs, if the songs come, and songs are showing up. And I don't write extras. I mean, I literally only am writing songs when it's about to be time to record songs, and that's literally. I will finish writing a record, and I will not write a song for 2 years, literally. And then I will start writing again, and I start making plans to record when the first song shows up, and about 2 months later, I've got all 10 or 12, and I record every one. I have no extras. One day when I'm gone, there will be no basement tapes, B-sides, ballads. I mean, if you have every record for the first Kimmage record, you have heard every song I had ever written. And, and so the songs started to come, so I was like, well, that's unexpected. I guess it's going to be time to make a record again soon. And so that's the record I'm just finishing. I'm almost finished. It is like a day away from finished, if I could just get home here at some point. And the name of the record is I Was Wrong, I'm Sorry, and I Love You. And it will be out in just a few months, so do keep an eye out for that. Here's a song on it. It is my answer to people who try to use my songs, who will thank me for songs I have written that they are using as a proof text for their cynicism. And that happens a lot. And I really hate it. And because I'm naturally a cynic, because I'm naturally an idealist. And idealism and cynicism are two sides of the same coin, because nothing's ideal. Cynicism says, well, that is never going to change, so you might as well just fold your arms up, smirk at it, make fun of it, whatever it is, that's never going to change. So you might as well just give up on that. So I'm going to be cynical. And that is basically the lack of hope. It is saying there's no hope for that. And so I'm just going to be like, well, that's that. And I'm not even going to examine that again, because And yet I believe, it is part of the way I see the world, that there is in fact a day coming when all sad things will come untrue. When the shalom, the peace of God will be restored to everything He has made, and He made all things. And that is the kingdom coming that we proclaim. That's like my job. That's our job. It's everybody's job to tell the story of the kingdom coming where all things will be made right. And that's it. And if I'm trying to tell that story, I cannot be a cynic. There's no place for cynicism in the telling of that story. Because what that story says, if all things are going to be made right, then that means my hope is wasted on nothing. Because everything is going to change, right?
Amen.
So, and that's what the song's called. That's what it's about. And so maybe this will, maybe people will still do it. They just won't tell me or something. So, it's called Everything Will Change.